This is episode 35 of The Living Reminders with Mary and Blake. All the way from Providence, Rhode Island, welcome to The Living Reminders. It's a podcast dedicated to The Leftovers on HBO. We're still here, and so are you, so let's talk some more about 1013.
Suddenly I'm hit. It's this darkness of the dawn, and your friends are gone, and your friends won't come. So show me where you fit. So show me
Where you fade. I hope you guys get down with that every time because I do.
Almost as much as Mary does.
I am here swaying and humming along with this fine voice every episode that we do. 35 episodes in, and I still can't get enough of this song. You want to know what? I still don't know what the hell he says.
No.
So show me where you sway. What does he say? So show me where you fade.
Sure, why not?
I have no idea, but I love that song.
Get
Hello,
on with
everyone.
it.
I am your host, Mary Larson.
My name is Blake, and I love listener feedback episodes. You want to know why?
Tell me.
Because I get to admit to the fact that Mary and I may or may not have had an adult beverage or two prior to this episode.
Thank you, Jesus.
And it's great because these episodes are a little bit more informal.
They're a little laid back.
They're a little bit laid back where Mary and I can admit to having an adult beverage
I had
or
a
two.
margarita, and I'm a new mom.
A margarita and a half. She got mom wasted.
I did. You know what? When you get like 5 hours of sleep, 3 of which are together, 2 are like spread out, and you're breastfeeding, so you're like dehydrated all the time. A margarita and a half. You're like 19 and in college, and you went to your first party, man. It's good to go.
So today we will totally be classing up the joint. So if this is the first episode to which you are listening, we apologize, but we're going to have fun today.
Jeez Louise. Yeah, I really apologize. We'll try to be very smart.
Well, let's get to the announcements. You ready for this?
Yes.
All right, let's do it. So the first one we got is we wanted to remind you again about the Ultracast that we will be doing. It will be with the Guilty Remnant podcast, in addition to Jay and Jack, the Leftovers podcast. All three of the podcasts, us, the Guilty Remnant, and Jay and Jack, will be combining forces, kind of like Captain Planet, and having one giant episode.
He's the hero. Going to take pollution down to zero.
Which will be after about a week or two after the finale. So if you have any questions, again, the best thing about it is that it will be all listener driven. So if you have any questions whatsoever about the larger part of the season or the finale itself, please go on Facebook, go on Twitter, write us emails, go on Instagram. Just make sure you let us know that it's for the Ultracast. Hashtag Ultracast. Ask the questions, and we will be able to put that on the air as well. And if you have some voicemails, if you want to call into the show, as always, please call our voicemail line. It is 503-454-6730.
I got to press pause on you for a second. I'm going to call you out, listeners. I'm going to want some seriously good voicemails for the Ultracast, but as well as the finale. Just need to throw it out there. If you're a fan of The Leftovers, we want to hear your thoughts.
And I'm going to call you out, too, because we only got 2 voicemails for this episode, and I'm surprised by that for 1013, because I thought we would have more. I thought there would be more reaction.
Everyone's minds were fucked. That's why.
That's
we
true.
all sat there and said, Evie!
We,
Oh, my God!
Well, I will say that I had a lot of emails.
Yes.
And if I did not get back to you, it's because I am putting you on the show right now. So if I got back to you, that's what's happening. But if we didn't respond, you're here. So you're going to be famous. Your email will be on the air. But I just want to let you know again about the Ultracast. It's going to be a lot of fun. So please, as soon as the finale is done, hashtag Ultracast. Write us an email. Send in the voicemails. Do whatever you want to do. And we want to be able to get your questions. It'll be completely listener driven. And then I also wanted to remind you that if you have either sent us a review on iTunes or if you intend on sending us a review on iTunes, we want to thank you. And not because, yes, it does help the show and it does help get the word out about us, but we want to thank you by sending you a holiday or Christmas or whatever gift card.
Not a gift card.
Not a gift card, sorry.
I'm not
We can't even afford gift cards ourselves.
No.
We want to send you a holiday card or a Christmas card, whatever it is that you believe in. We want to send you a card in the mail. We think that'd be awesome. So if you have sent us one already, send us an email at livingreminders@gmail.com with your screen name and your mailing address. That way we can send you a holiday card. Or if you are about to send us one, please give us the iTunes review, and then as soon as you're done, send us the email at livingreminders@gmail.com and give us your screen name and your mailing address, and we will send one out to you. And that was the beauty of that was actually an idea of my wife's, and I must give her credit for that.
I love our listeners. I used to listen to podcasts when podcasts were like a really, really new thing, and I felt very alone in this world. And podcasts for me were a community, and so I just want you guys to know that you are our community as well. So one person, Biz Baxter, actually is one of the most recent reviewers, and Biz says, mandatory listening for all Leftovers lovers. So look forward to listening to Mary and Blake dissect and rhapsodize. Love that. Over the best television show that exists today.
SAT word.
They have a great rapport, cute accents, and are thoughtful, insightful, and understand about letting the mystery be. Let the mystery be. Appreciate that Blake is a fellow lostie as well. Hey, just so you know, Biz, I'm a lostie. I just have Kate hate. Okay.
You have to go back, Kate.
Biz also wants to know that Biz loves the occasional baby coos heard in the background. So anyone who writes a review like Biz, we're going to send you some holiday loving.
So remember, if you have already sent us one, please send us an email with your screen name and your mailing address, and we will send. It doesn't matter if you sent it a year ago or yesterday. We want to send you a holiday card. We really appreciate the effort that you take on that day or that very time. And it's a little bit of a pain in the ass to send this review in to iTunes. It takes up time, and your time is valuable to us. And I just want to let you know we thank you for that, and we appreciate it. You honor us by sending those reviews in, and we want to. It's a thank you to you in a small way that we possibly can. So, my love, you ready to get on the next segment?
Yeah. What did we forget?
All right, let's do it.
I love that sound effect.
I know, me too. You want to know what we forgot?
What did you forget?
Nothing. We were that good last episode. We didn't forget a damn thing.
You know what I forgot?
What?
Okay. So show me where you fit. Fit. It's the word with.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
See, that actually makes a lot of sense. That's actually very pertinent to not only for the first season of The Leftovers, but the second season of The Leftovers. Damon Lindelof, he gets it, man. He knows what he's doing. And the music supervisor, she gets it too. Well, I will say that we did forget one thing. It wasn't about the show. It was more my fault. I had promised two outlandish. I mean, sorry, not outlandish. That's the other podcast. The Sudden Theory. I promised two Sudden Theories of the week, and I gave you one. That one was, what was that?
I don't know, Blake. I am not your brain.
What was the? Oh, there was that Tommy was going to be either the person that would save the day or he would be the patsy.
Oh, yeah. He'd have a reason for being on this season.
He would have to have a reason for being on the season.
Okay.
So one way or the other, he would either be at fault for it, like they would blame it on him, or he would be the patsy.
Okay.
But my second theory of the week was this. The gift that Evie gave to John.
Oh my gosh, it's Christmas season and Hanukkah starts this weekend and there's going to be a gift.
Oh my God. All right, well listen, there's a listener that came up with a phenomenal idea about this, and I'm going to give them credit for this, but for that theory, and we're going to get to that in a minute. But my theory about it is it's a small gift, and Damon is famous for having callbacks. He is famous for rhyming each season. And do you want to know what I think he's going to rhyme?
What?
I think he's going to rhyme the lighter. I think Evie is going to give John a lighter.
And what is it going to say?
It's going to say, "Don't forget me." Just like how Jill gave it to Lori in season 1. I mean, the inscription may not be the same, but in fact, I think it's going to be a lighter.
Wow.
I totally think it's going to be a lighter. And I feel like that would be freaking awesome. And that that'd be such a cool idea, man. Because it would be everything for the Guilty Remnant. It would be for Evie. And remember, she says, "Please don't open this until I'm gone," which means Evie intended on being gone no matter what. Now, aside from the whole departure crap thing that we all thought it was going to be, Evie knew that she was going to the GR. She knew that she was going to be with Meg. She had this look of like resignation on her face. Wouldn't it be great if she gave him a lighter?
Yes.
I think that would be phenomenal. So, all right, my love, are you ready to get and listen to feedback?
You bet.
All right, let's do it. All right, the first one is an email from Wim, and he said, the 3 girls disappeared the same night an earthquake opened up the ground and made the water disappear. This is no coincidence. Knowing that Meg is into C4, which is otherwise known as plastic explosives to you, Mary.
Stop
and
it.
knowing that Evie joined the GR, my guess is that she planted the C4 to open up an underground cavern where all the water could disappear into.
Wait, say that again. Where all the water could disappear into. So
Yeah,
Meg...
she planted the C4 to open up an underground cavern where all the water could disappear into. This was the distraction they needed to disappear, as well as the first FU to Miracle. Now, if that water came from a spring, it would not suddenly dry up, so maybe all the water is accumulating underground. So I agree with Mary that Meg will now use the 3 girls as a distraction to hide what she is doing in Miracle. The 3 ropes Kevin saw on the bridge in his dream world in International Assassin may be for them, but maybe only as a threat to get everyone's attention. Many people from Jordan will gather at the bridge to further add to the distraction. A little chaos will be thrown into the mix by leading the campground people into an assault on the gates, attempting to claim the Miracle grounds for everyone. So what I think the plan is to blow some carefully placed packs of C4 in Miracle, to ignite the gas field and blow up most of the town and park, which they were talking about the fracking. Remember that we were talking about last episode?
Yeah.
Okay. And B, to release the underground water to wash away whatever the blast didn't destroy. This will wipe away the town of Jordan and really hurt the people living there, as the Miracle will cease to exist. When the water washes over what used to be the town square, we will see the dirty Santa on his pillow, which will explain why he got up there in the first place. Other things we know that will be revisited because Damon said as much, or because I think we are not, they were in the show for a reason. Number 1, Evie's present. It may just be a dead cricket for John as a message. Here's the insect that you were so worried about. It can no longer control you, and you know what? You can no longer control Jordan for me. Or me. And number 2, Mary's baby. We know how much Damon likes to mirror things, so we saw the cave woman die to protect her child, and I think that we will see Mary do the same thing. She will wake up, have some important messages from the beyond, deliver her baby boy, and then meet her end, leaving the baby to be taken care of by Matt.
Oh my God. Okay, well, here's the thing. I don't think Mary's pregnant enough for that to happen.
I don't think so. Unless there's like a serious premature birth, or unless perhaps there is a time jump, which they could do.
But no, because Meg wants to do something on October 14th,
that's right,
which
that's
is
right.
tomorrow.
Yeah, so there's not going to be a time jump.
So I think your theory is really cool, but I don't think Mary's pregnant enough for a baby boy to live and to be taken care of.
I would agree.
Yeah. They say that babies need to be 24 weeks to live.
And she's got, what, 3 months? So that means, was it 3 months?
She's definitely like in the first trimester, I think, or early second. So she's very, very early.
So she's definitely not 24 months.
No.
I don't think so either. Okay.
24 months. No, that's 2 years. 24 weeks.
24 weeks. Yeah, there you go.
She definitely doesn't have a 2-year-old in her belly singing songs
it'd be like
clapping.
Godzilla in her belly.
Yeah, our son.
Our son Godzilla.
Evie's present being a dead cricket, that would be wild and cool and totally gross.
But it would be cool. I would like that idea. From Greg. Greg says, after watching this episode, I believe there are clear signs pointing to what is actually in the mysterious birthday box that Evie gave to John.
What are these signs?
It's a broken pencil. Also, the fact that John refuses to open the gift is also fitting to the knock-knock joke because he's treating it as if it doesn't matter.
Oh, wow.
This was the theory that I was talking to. Greg, thank you so much for sending me this email. I absolutely adore this theory, and I wish I was smart enough to find that out. We'll figure this out, because I wouldn't be surprised if it was a broken pencil. I would think that it's totally representative, even more so than the lighter, of what Evie is trying to do for not only Miracle, but for her father, John, as well. I think that's totally fantastic. From W.A. Adams, they say, I just discovered your podcast yesterday, as a matter of fact.
New listener.
So I just wanted to play this for you. Where is my new listener sound? Where is it? Come on, there it is.
Welcome.
And welcome to the family, W.A. Adams, and listen to the most recent 1013 episode, which was very enjoyable. You spent some time talking about what could Meg possibly do that would hurt the town of Jordan. And he posted a theory on Reddit the other day, and he wanted to share it with us, and he'd love to hear our thoughts. So the full theory is this. I just rewatched the scene of Meg and her fiancé going through the audio tour of Jordan. It starts by her hearing the tour guide say, Miracle is the national park that surrounds and protects the town from those who would corrupt its exceptional properties. This is the first impression that Meg has of the town once arriving, and clearly it's important because Meg repeats this word for word to Tommy later on in the episode. What I find interesting is that they use the word properties, which could mean Jordan's real estate or Jordan's miraculous nature. Meg goes to Jordan hoping that these miraculous properties will take away her pain, and to her surprise, she finds her miracle. The psychic knew about the walnuts. But instead of taking it away from her pain, her mother's last words reveal a shocking, horrifying truth to her. The truth is that her mother's last words had no meaning. Most likely they were the pencil joke, let's just say. And the universe truly did not care about any of her pain. The departure was real. The world had ended. Mm-hmm. Meg came to Jordan with the hope and left with the knowledge that there is no hope. There is no hope left for anyone, because any day now it could be arbitrarily taken away by the compassionless force responsible for the departure. She now sees Jordan as the self-delusional sham that it is, a bunch of tourists worshiping false idols on an audio tour. This is something that Evie already knows, of course, which is why she connects with Meg on the bench. Evie knows the same truth that Meg just learned and has grown disgusted by the idolatry, sacrifices, and false hope that is being peddled to the tourists. And much like Moses, she wants to put an end to it. So they hatch a plan together. How do you get people to stop worshiping a town that was spared? You destroy all of its exceptional properties. If the town is gone, there will be no place for the people to be safe from a second departure. They will be forced to acknowledge that their last hope was arbitrarily taken from them. The audio tour informs us what their plan of destruction will entail. When Meg is at the broken asphalt landmark, the tour guide says, but this crack in the street wasn't caused by a quake. It was a result of a gas explosion in the sewage system on October 14th that sent manhole covers flying a few blocks over. So when I heard this, I thought of this scene of Kevin on the bridge while in limbo. So I think that Meg and Evie intend to create a diversion at the bridge, which allow the GR troops to enter the town through the sewer drains.
Yes.
And once in the town, this was Mary's idea too. Great idea, girlfriend. Once in the town, they will blow the main gas lines in the sewer with the explosives. Then they'll take the gasoline to the special landmarks on the audio tour, foreshadowed by the gasoline used on Tommy back in episode 3, and burn them down. Hopefully that woman won't be wearing her wedding dress when they show up. It's important to Meg and Evie that they blow up the town gas lines because the townspeople use the landmarks as a reminder for the wrong thing, that they were spared instead of the world ending. The audio tour guide says instead of repairing the damage, the town has left it as a reminder. By blowing up the gas lines, Meg and Evie will be taking away that idol from everybody. By burning the historical landmarks down, they destroy all of the other idols. The reason Meg will be changing everything is because she will be proving that Jordan is not spared and that there are no miracles to protect any of us. Wow.
That, I hope a lot of this comes true because that is so smart. You know, I got mad. I'm not going to lie. I got mad at myself after hearing what Damon said about, we were just hoping that nobody noticed the girls were quiet in episode 1 in the car.
Yeah.
We were just hoping that nobody would pick up on that and say, wait a second. That's like guilty remnant quiet. And I'm so mad because I wish I had known that. I wish I had sat there and said, why were they quiet? Let's delve into that little bit more. So this email right here, very, very, very smart. Very smart, W.A. Adams.
And you know, I think you're right that they want to blow up some shit. I mean,
with plastic explosives.
With the fake grenades. Listen, now that if I'm going to accept your theory as truth, which I'm not beyond accepting that.
I like the sewer drain idea.
The sewer drain idea is great. Getting into the town is great. Burning down all the landmarks, also great. That would be a living reminder to all of the people within Miracle. That makes sense to me. Like, remember how we were saying, what would be the living reminder that Meg wants to do? She can't just kill herself. She can't kill the kids. She can't just go killing people willy-nilly because she doesn't want to get discovered by AdFec.
Yep.
This is a perfect idea. And what I like, what would be poetic about this is if John's house was burned down. If Evie burned her own house down.
Why?
Because John burned other people's houses down.
Oh.
So he would be getting retribution for all the crap that he pulled with everybody else. And Evie knows about it. So why not burn that guy's house down too?
Yeah.
Just to say, F you, Dad. I'm going to burn your freaking house down.
How do you like me now?
Now, my love, this email was for you. I put this on here specifically for you because you requested this. Brenda says, hi, so Mary has asked us for the ASL translation of Evie, which ASL is American Sign Language, of Evie, and her mom's conversation from one of the earlier episodes.
I think it was like episode 1 or 2.
I think it was episode 1. We only see 2 thoughts conveyed in that scene. First, you see Evie signing the concept of need or have to. And her mom responds by saying, don't worry. Of course, there's a lot of emotion and intensity in their sign movements, so we can presume that there was an underlying angst in the conversation. Regarding context of what's needed or what specifically Evie doesn't need to worry about, unfortunately, no topic or noun subject, if we compare it to English, is actually conveyed. As American Sign Language is a visual concept language, it's impossible to give a complete and accurate interpretation without more info on the context. I know it's not a huge reveal, but we know Evie was concerned about something. And her source is that she is a nationally certified American Sign Language interpreter with, in fact, 17 years of experience.
Woo!
So thank you for the show. I drive from job to job every day in stupid South Florida traffic. We have a condo down in South Florida in Fort Lauderdale, so we know exactly what you're talking about. The traffic there is terrible, so I feel your pain, Brenda, and it's nice to have your show to listen to in the car. Well, first of all, thank you for allowing us to be in your car as you drive from job to job. And what a fantastic source of information. The fact that she was worried about something and that Erica was telling her to not worry. It makes you wonder if Erica knew about her plan. It makes you wonder if Erica was okay or not okay, but was cognizant of the idea that Evie was going to leave.
In on it, yeah.
And what makes me wonder this is throughout the first episode you hear the cricket, right? And we know that the cricket is in relation to Meg. We know that the cricket is representative of Meg and Evie's relationship, right? Because Meg has the cricket sound effect for her ringtone.
Our sound effect is just Felicity. Sorry that she's so vocal tonight. Just wanted to put that out there.
Well, she's happy because she's actually seeing myself now for the first time all day. I was at work and then we went boozing for dinner.
We had a burrito and 1 drink.
That's true.
Get it straight.
And then she sees Mom, which she's extraordinarily happy about. Anyway. We know that the cricket sound is indicative or representative of their relationship, right? Well, we hear the cricket sound throughout the first episode. And the last thing we hear at the end of episode 1 when Erica is sitting alone, right before the credits, is the sound of the cricket.
Yes.
So I wonder if that is indicative of Erica knowing that the relationship exists. Between, well, not or that Evie was planning on leaving to go to the GR. Now, she didn't necessarily know that the cricket obviously was representative of this.
But the thing is that Erica wanted to go. She wanted to get away from John. So part of me isn't cool with this because Erica really wanted to get away from John. Erica would have left with Evie.
Yeah, but if she knew, I don't know.
Because now this has made her stay with John.
Yeah.
I think Erica would have been like...
But remember, her concern was, it was not Michael, it was Evie. I wanted Evie to be okay. Remember she said that? Because Michael had his faith.
Yeah, I don't think Erica, as a mother, would want her daughter to join the guilty remnant. The guilty remnant, especially under Meg, not a place you want your teenage daughter to be.
Yeah, you're probably right.
They're
about
rapists and murderers. Let's be real. They are a cult of rapists and murderers.
Well, Meg's chapter.
Yeah.
Of the GI.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, I mean, they did murder Gladys too.
Yes.
So they are at least murderers to at the very least, but especially under Meg's tutelage and under Meg's guidance, they are certainly murderers.
So I don't think Erica was in on this after all. I'm just gonna go there.
Yeah. Well, at the very least, the cricket was also another clue to what was happening. Even though we didn't know what the significance of the cricket, we know that it was
either symbolism of Meg or it was actually Meg's phone call.
It was
but
something. It's
with
not Meg. There's no way it's Meg. Here's the reason why. Because Evie takes a phone call. I think in that episode, I feel like from her cell phone. Doesn't she?
She does. Well, and her cell phone was actually left in the white car, and her mom heard the cricket after Evie had already disappeared.
It couldn't be the phone.
Yeah.
It couldn't be the phone. All right, so what do we got on Facebook,
Thank you so much, Brenda. I just wanted to give a shout out, though. Thank you for doing the ASL translation.
Yep.
That's amazing. Jane Choi gave this episode only 3.5 Damons, by the way, and it's all for Liv Tyler's acting. I was honestly quite confused by Meg's actions and some of the things she said, and I don't like the zealot. I hate that spelling. Zealot that she's turned into. She's not
Maryism.
She's not the new Patty, and she's not like the other GR chapter leaders who all seem to be living by a code and do draw lines in the sand, like not messing with children. Instead, she's the extreme rebel group of the guilty remnant, breaking all of the codes by living just by her own rules and using others for her bidding. I definitely don't like her play on Matt and wanting to turn him. I didn't even know that was what she was trying to do, but wow. The last scene, totally WTF moment. Never did I guess that Lindelof would actually reveal the answer. I guess he actually was burned from Lost. I was hoping that he would just let the mystery be. Let the mystery be. Because now I feel like it's a bit anticlimactic. That said, some things about the girls I still don't understand. Why did they join the guilty remnant? Why lock themselves in the van? Does Meg know? Why do Evie's friends look so scared? Is this the van that Meg thought the captured guy saw? Or plot twist, has Evie been turned by Meg to be a sleeper guilty remnant agent and they staged Evie's appearance with her two friends as unwilling participants? This would echo the staging of Gladys's death. Meg and Evie clearly bonded and both knew that there was no miracle in Miracle and people never found what they were looking for. So perhaps Evie wanted her townspeople to understand this. So they staged the second departure together with Meg offering them protection afterwards. Can't wait for the season finale.
I'm surprised you haven't sung the song yet.
Well, I'm juggling a baby. It's a little hard for me to sing Miracle.
Well, I will say
lots of questions. So, why did they join the GR? Jane asks. Because they're teenage girls and they have angst.
Yeah, they're
I shouldn't even just say teenage girls. Teenagers have angst.
But teenage girls have a lot of angst.
I did. Speaking from experience, I had angst.
And if we go back in television history, we can call out Kim Bauer. We can call out Dana Brody. Oh my God, Dana Brody deserves her from Homeland. She deserves her own award.
What about
for
the
teen
teenager
angst.
from The Americans?
The
redhead. She has such beautiful hair.
She does have beautiful hair.
Yeah, but what you're saying is that teenage girls, like older teenage girls, not preteens, not young teens, not tweens,
not pubescent
but the older
girls.
teenage girls got a lot of angst, and they
Yes,
will
they
have a
do.
lot of rebellion. So I think that's why they joined the GR, and also because they are mad. They are mad that people are coming here and making it to be some miracle, and really it was just luck.
Yeah, and we know that because Evie says so to Meg. She says, I'm sorry that you came here. You didn't find what you're looking for. Nobody ever does. Which she now knows that there is an exceptionalism to this town, and not only is she embarrassed by it, but she's angry at it too, which is probably the reason why, again, going along with Mary's theory from last episode.
This Mary?
Yeah, you.
Okay.
That Meg probably garnered some celebrity from pulling off the Mapleton crap on Memorial Day. And Evie probably heard about it because it was probably splattered
Probably on the Today Show.
all over the news, right? And which would be a really boring interview. Imagine that. Meg, why did you do the Memorial Day?
To make you remember, written on a piece of paper.
So it was, you didn't get the joke. It was supposed to be silence there.
Oh,
no,
no, maybe not.
No,
So why did they lock themselves in the van, she asked. Does Meg know? Yes,
Yes,
Meg
Meg
knows.
definitely knows.
Meg has them in the van to actually hide them from any other GR members, in my opinion.
Exactly.
Who may not be in on this. I think there's like levels of trust with Meg.
Well, I don't know, because if that was the case, the barn that they were in would be guarded, and it wasn't guarded. There was no guards at the front door when Tommy
the whole
went in there.
commune was guarded, and maybe people just listened. But no matter, Meg knows the girls are in that. They just want to have some special treatment. They're like the divas right now. Maybe there's like M&Ms inside the van. They got their own special little.
So why
van.
do Evie's friends look so scared? I think it's because somebody opened the door. They don't know who it is.
Yes.
And that's the reason why. And is this the van that Meg thought that we'd capture? Guy saw it, yes. And then, or is Evie been turned by Meg to be a sleeper GR agent, and they stage Evie's disappearance with her two friends as unwilling participants?
Her two friends,
I think they're willing participants.
they were quiet in the car.
And I agree that this particular thing would echo the staging of Gladys's death. But since they were all quiet in the car and they were all singing the miracle song
Miracle.
with a little bit of cynicism, and they were kind of acting like teenage little bitches singing it, then that to me would signify that they all wanted to be a part of it. However, I do not believe that they're going to use Evie as a sleeper GR agent, because number one, that'd be shitty TV. To have this reveal and then all of a sudden do nothing with it. But two, again, it's the shock of knowing that Evie is there for the residents. It may not be a reveal to us, but it is a reveal to the residents that Evie would come out of this particular trailer, right? So, I think that's the reason why Evie is going to be coming out of there, and it's going to be a big deal, and that'll be that. Now, Steph Wanamaker on Facebook says, I never thought anyone could be more unlikable than John this season, but now I found somebody in Meg, and she makes Patty look to be like a saint by comparison.
What?
Patty stoned people,
That's not saintly.
but didn't go after dogs or kids and didn't rape anyone. Same with John Murphy. He wouldn't hurt people unless he thought they were miracle workers or psychics. And what a good judge of character Matt is, that he sees right through people when
Yes.
they are lying and or have ulterior motives, and calls them out on it as well. First with John, what happened to you? Now Meg got reprimanded by the GR members, and which is violence is weakness. Great hashtag, by the way, hashtag violence is weakness. And why do you think they don't wear white anymore? Do you think that Meg has too much vanity? She is the hottest villain I've ever seen on TV for a while, but one of the least sympathetic. She was even snorting coke while at lunch with her sweet, sweet mother. My darling, what's your take on all of this?
Meg doesn't care about the GR's rules. She cares about inflicting pain. So if you don't wear the outfit, she
Whatever.
doesn't really care. And to be honest, those guards are there, and if they're wearing white, they're going to stand out. So
They got to be undercover.
They're undercover guilty remnant agents.
That's the
right,
way that I took it too.
Because when she was putting the bomb on the bus, all those people were white.
Yep.
Were wearing white.
Yep.
So I think that these are undercover people. And I don't know, they're probably going within the camp. They're probably figuring out ways, if they do what my theory is about going in the storm drain. Maybe they've talked to that guy. What was his name? Like Eugene or something?
Oh, no. Alma.
Yeah, Alma, yes. Maybe they've been talking with Alma and they learned about his storm drain thing.
Eugene.
So I don't know.
Been watching too much Walking Dead.
I have. So I think that's why they're wearing white. They didn't wear white.
I would agree. But I will say that, Steph, I agree that Meg is taking what she likes from the GR and what she doesn't like. She is creating a Calvinist type separation from the Catholic Church, so to speak, or a Lutheran separation from the Catholic Church, so to speak. She's taking everything that she likes, molding it to the way she even wants it even more, throwing out all the crap and the junk that she doesn't like and saying, guess what? This is what I'm doing now. Veronica Lords Luna says the fact that there has been an underground GR outside of Miracle this whole time proves how much stronger and terrifying they have gotten over the years. The way Meg has zero sympathy for anyone, even children, is powerful and also scary. I give this episode 4.5 Damons because I'm for the ride. I'm ready for the season finale. I know it will leave me craving a season 3, but what a great story. The Evie reveal at the end has been haunting me. I cannot wait for episode 20. Missy Schmidt-Ducat says 4.5 Damons, Meg's rogue GRs like the Branch Davidian was to Christianity. Ooh, great reference. As far as extreme measures, Meg is totally David Koresh. I believe that like most cult leaders I've read about, Meg doesn't necessarily believe in the cause she is fighting for. She just needs people to believe what she says and to do her dirty work. Excellent point, Missy. Maybe she doesn't necessarily believe in what the GR is doing, right? This is me talking now. Maybe she's just using it as an excuse to further her own ideals,
exactly.
Right?
Completely.
Okay. So Missy continues by saying, I believe she is just an angry individual that has found a flock, finally. She's like the this is me talking now, she's like the anti-Matt Jameson. Matt Jameson finds a flock to promote good and the word of Christ. And now Meg finds her own flock to promote the GR and her own ideals. And how great is it that both of them, the opposing forces for each other, are meeting each other in Outer Miracle. Wow! Now that I'm thinking about this, excellent stuff. And again, this would also mean that Matt is finding the easy route. If he believes and he wants Meg to open up Miracle for the rest of Outer Miracle, he's taking the easy route like he always does. And he'll be punished for it. Which then makes me wonder, will Matt survive this episode? Will Matt have to pay for everything that he has done, for taking the easy route every time? If he's going to allow Meg to open up the gates of Miracle for the rest of Outer Miracle, will he have to pay for it?
I hope he doesn't have to die, because I love him. I love this actor. I love this character. I love think it's amazing.
He is great. Anyways, she continues, I believe that her hurt and anger about not being able to grieve the loss of her mother makes her want people to remember, but under the guise of October 14th. But for her, I believe it's all about the 13th. I know I really dragged that out sentence, but I'm not going to edit. I'm just on a roll here, so keep going with me. I think by saying she was trying to get Tommy pregnant, she didn't mean it literally, as Chris Traeger would say. I like to think that she just meant it in the sense of we're pregnant, as couples sometimes say. I also think that would be just a way to hurt the Gavis, not because of any attachment they felt to Tommy. Imagine if Tommy were to die on that bridge, as some have predicted, and the only living link to him would be the unborn child carried by Meg. What would that do to Laurie? I'm guessing that would be why she's so excited about the Garveys being in Jordan, but that's slightly a big reach even for me. As far as what will actually happen with Evie, I'm wondering if these young ladies are planning to show themselves and then sacrifice themselves. And if the bridge is gone, how will that help all the outsiders get in? So that is actually a valid question. If the bridge is gone, if they blow it up, which again I think is a red herring.
Yeah.
I think they showed that the airstream on the bridge,
yes,
just to mess with you.
They're gonna get in through the storm drain.
That's only a part of the plan. It's not the whole plan.
I'm telling you, that storm drain was there for a reason.
I mean, I think things are gonna go down on the bridge. I'm not denying that, but they're not gonna blow it up. There's no way they wouldn't tip their hand like that so quickly.
They could, just to cause a distraction and have all of the parks people and all the police officers and all the fire trucks, like all those people rush to the bridge, and then have the crazy people from the camp be all trying to crawl all over the bridge and have the GR go through the storm drain.
That's possible. My love, read the next one. By Leroy Sanchez.
Leroy Sanchez says, so I just had a weird thought. We were shown that the guilty remnant is monitoring Meg because she's been overstepping her bounds. Mm-hmm. what if they interfere with her plans? What if Jarden becomes a battleground between the guilty remnant and Meg's newly formed cabal of cronies?
Wow.
What would Kevin be forced to fight alongside the guilty remnant to prevent Meg's big action?
Wow, that would be excellent. That would be great because that would take Kevin and put him in a spot that he really can't see himself doing, and that would also force Lori to probably be a part of that too. She would have to once again be joined in side by side by the guilty remnant, the actual guilty remnant, as opposed to Meg's ISIS style. And that's a great idea. Great job, Leroy. And from Lee asks, when can we expect a season 3, please? Love the podcast. It's brilliant and a must-have companion for undoubtedly the best show in TV today. Keep up the great work, Mary and Blake. Season 3 has yet to be announced.
Sadly.
It is yet to be announced, and I wonder if they're going to play this, like I've said before, the True Detective route, which is just season by season. We're going to tell a story, and if we get another cool one for next year, we're going to do it. And HBO, I think HBO is cool with Damon Lindelof taking his time. You know, for example, the guy who runs Curb Your Enthusiasm. What the hell's his name right now? I can't even think of it right now. That's going to bother me. Anyway, the guy who runs Curb Your Enthusiasm, he hasn't done a season in like 6 years, but they told him, hey, if you want to do another season, just come back and we'll let you do it whenever the hell you want. That's going to really bother me. I'm going to have to look that up. From Regan Kelly, I'd love to know your theories on what's inside the box that Evie gave John for his birthday. It's killing me. As we've already said, it's probably either a broken pencil, as one of the other listeners have suggested, or as I am suggesting, it's going to be a lighter. And from Joseph Lakowski, did the plastics explosive thing represent the future, or maybe that was the earthquake earlier in this season? I think that's possible. Was there plastic explosives being used in Jarden? Was that what caused the earthquake to begin with? Did Meg do that?
If so, that's only giving Evie a little bit of time to escape. I don't think so.
I'm not sure. And 2, what do you think Meg's mother's last words were? I don't know.
I'm planting roses.
Really, that's probably ultimately what it was. And like we said last episode, I'm not so sure if it's entirely relevant. I mean, it's relevant to the fact that it's relevant to Meg, but only in so much as it shows her that it doesn't matter what she said.
That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not actually saying that I think she was planting roses. I'm just saying it was something as flippant as that.
Yeah. Number 3, do you think that someone from the Garvey family or one of the main characters will die in this last episode?
Yes.
All right, who do you think's going to die?
I don't know. Just someone. Someone's going to die.
All right, I have been on the record saying that Nora will die by the end of the season.
Why? Well, she's a bad girlfriend.
She's the TV's most perfect girlfriend. You will not besmirch the good name of Nora Durst.
Hiding in Matt Jameson's house. I know where you are, Nora. The frickin' blender in bed is
that
there.
That woman's a saint. You leave her out of this.
Okay, another question was, how do you think Kevin will be changed after his journey to the other side?
Oh, I will not pretend that I'm smart enough to know.
He won't have Patty in his ear the whole time.
Well, yeah, I mean that's obvious.
He's going to be his own man.
I think, will he be freer? Will he be freer to know that he is who he is, and live that life? Like, again, remember, adorn yourself, know who you are, and adorn yourself accordingly.
I just think Kevin's going to have an issue because Lori's kind of normal now. So he's going to have Lori in his house with his daughter, and he has Nora, who ran away with Lily, the baby. I don't know.
Do you think that Matt will have his little talk with John, or will the actions of the GIA make that conversation nearly impossible?
I don't think they're going to have a talk.
I don't think so either, although I would like to think by the end, as my daughter sneezes, I would like to think by the end of the episode that Mary does, in fact, wake up.
Yes.
And Matt, and season 3 could perhaps include that little talk, or maybe they end on that little talk. I don't see Mary waking up and because then you're talking about all these things being thrown at each other, and I don't want to do that. Joel Johnson says, first I want to thank Mary for the laugh out loud moment of plastic explosives really being plastic explosives. Oh my goodness gracious! Maryism. So, but he wants to say now. I think that Blake is misunderstanding Meg's intentions from the last episode. If you recall her talk with Matt, she believes that the people of Jarden have been spared the pain that everyone else is feeling. They've promoted themselves as protected, in quotations, by Miracle, which is the state park that forms around Jarden, from those who would harm them. Her entire goal is to make the town feel pain. The girls will not only serve as an example that Jarden isn't some special place above all others, but brings down a massive amount of pain to the entire community. Now, with Tommy added to the group, he connects Meg's Season 1 pain from Lori and Kevin to her Season 2 work of bringing down the falsehood that is Miracle and Jarden. They don't need to be living reminders because the parents and every single person who's taken advantage of the visitors of Jarden serve that role. A valid thought, a valid point, but again, Meg is the one who's talking about being a living reminder. Yes, the townsfolk will be that living reminder, but as he gets into, he says here, Meg's pain, in quotations, was a central focus point of the episode, from her mother dying on 10/13 and then everyone forgetting, in quotations, about her and what she's been through the next day. She has been acting out, trying to get others to feel the way she does and did so that she won't be the only one hurting. She's never learned to let go of that moment, and it has made her into this type of psychopath. So speaking of Tommy, I do feel bad for his character. He is a major with a character without screen time. He has been the linchpin in a few of the major character actions, yet gets treated and thought of as a side character, even though he is really not. And his call is that still either the stream or the airstream is packed with explosives, and the girls will sacrifice themselves after revealing that they are alive. There are also a few things, such as the 5 nooses seen on the bridge over the river Styx, to the flash of the airstream sitting alone in the bridge, that could open a few possibilities. In the end, I think the result will be the same. Meg is about smacking people in the face by any means necessary, and the girls will meet a sacrificial end, which would also explain the other two having scared looks when Tommy opened the door. I don't think that they're going to kill themselves, because people can just explain it off as the guilty remnant brainwashed our kids. I don't see it. I don't buy it. Sweetheart, can you back me? Are you going to co-sign on this idea?
I just don't know. I don't know. I think someone's going to die. I think someone might die.
Someone is going to die, but I don't think it's either Meg, and I don't think it's the girls. I really don't. And the whole thing with the nooses, I'm not buying that. That's in Kevin's dreamland.
Maybe Evie and all those girls are going to try to die, and instead someone else will accidentally die.
That I will buy.
Like Erica.
I could buy that.
Or John.
Having one of them die would be great.
Or Matt. Trying to save them. Okay, yeah. Like if Matt saves them, like someone is going to die.
Someone has to pay for the things that have gone on. Either Matt has to pay for the expedient means by which he's tried to get the town open.
Yeah.
Or Nora has to pay for Kevin's misdoings and the things that he's done.
I do think that this will be the end of Meg. I do think that whatever happens will get Meg in so much trouble that she will not be in season 3.
Possible, but that would suck. And I'll tell you why that would suck. Because I love Liv Tyler, number one.
I know, but
Hashtag
she's so
can't
bad.
ugly up Liv Tyler. But also because that character has now become a great foil for the world.
Yes.
She's become a great foil for Kevin. She's become a great foil for Jarden. And she makes the guilty remnant interesting.
She does.
She does. And to have her go away so quickly would suck. Now, if you treat her as though she's in jail or whatever, and she does the guilty remnant things from inside jail, perhaps that might be a good thing. But I don't think that she's going to die. She doesn't want to die because she cares about herself too much to die.
Exactly.
So there's no way. The only way she dies if it's done by accident. There's no way she's going to actually physically promote the idea of her dying. It's not going to happen.
I don't think she's going to die. I just don't think that she's going to get away with whatever.
Perhaps if she were to go away for season 3, and if they were lucky enough to have a season 4,
I think they need to go to Australia.
Then they would bring her back. I'd be down for that.
Yes.
If they just had her go away a little bit, kind of like Bran Stark does in Game of Thrones for season 5.
Yeah.
Then, okay, fine. No problem. Spoiler alert, by the way. I'd be fine with that. because they're bringing him back in season 6. So for Meg to go away for one season and then come back for season 4 for like the big finale, okay, I'd be down. What do you got on Twitter, kid?
The Vertigo tweets the 9 minutes ago.
No.
What? I don't understand this. What does this mean?
That was when the tweet was made. Hey, have you been drinking tonight? Oh my
Stop
God!
it.
You know, like I said 1,000 times,
You
you
do
can call
not-
us a lot of things, but you can't call us professional.
You do not use a Google Doc very well. Anyway, the Vertigo actually tweeted, I think the cricket in the last scene of Axis Mundi was Evie telling her mom, deed done.
Oh, great job.
Also the suspicious signing, her insistence on chalking it up as a departure.
Oh, so he's saying that Erica is saying, this is a departure, this is a departure, this is a departure, to make up for the fact that perhaps she knew that Evie was gone, and she's just trying to say, no, she departed. Like, get out of my face, she departed because she knew that she didn't depart.
Okay.
It's like he who doth protest too much.
Okay.
You like my Shakespeare reference
Yes.
here? You like that? Okay.
D. Stewart tweeted, do you remember what the lighter Jill gave to Lori said? What if Evie's gift to John is
my
a lighter
God.
and that is not, if not that same lighter?
Well, I don't think it'd be that lighter, because that lighter
That's
ended
from
up in the
Lori.
storm drain.
Oh, yeah.
And that was Lori's.
Yes.
Okay, but what the lighter said, I can't believe we had the same idea. That's unbelievable. What the lighter said was, don't forget me. Yeah. Which was really great.
I love this next tweet.
Okay.
KMK Miller tweeted, the prestige.
Oh my God, I love this tweet.
Because making something disappear isn't enough. You have to bring it back. Now, this, of course, is a quote from the movie Prestige, which Blake and I love so much. Blake actually drew me a picture
I did.
from this movie, and it's with Christian Bale and
Hugh Jackman, directed by Christopher Nolan.
It's an amazing movie, and if you haven't seen it, please watch it ASAP. For those of you who have seen it, this is when the guy that's like Alfred in Batman. What's his name?
Michael Caine.
Michael Caine.
I'm Michael Caine.
Because making something disappear isn't enough. Okay.
Well, they're talking about how the act of a magic act. There are 3 acts to a specific magic act.
Mm-hmm.
One is the turn, one is the pledge, or it's the pledge, the turn, and then the prestige. The prestige is the final act, and the pledge is to make something disappear. The turn is the pledge is the presentation. The turn is to make something disappear, but the prestige of the act is to actually bring it back. And in the movie, they show how a bird disappears and then reappears. And an absolutely brilliant tweet. Thank you, KMK Miller. Oh my God, everything about this. I want to go watch that movie again right now because of that. So please, I think it's actually on Netflix too. Go watch it. It's fantastic.
Mark Triplett tweets, I say 4 for Damon's. Liv Tyler was terrific. What a smile. Is Evie somehow captive in that RV, or is Texas version of a pledge house? Is this a Texas version? I think it is a Texas version of a pledge house.
Hell yeah. No, Evie is there willingly, and Liv Tyler.
The
hashtag.
pencil joke in and of itself. Just take the pencil joke. Evie and Meg are on the same team.
Now, Tiffany says something, and she included the hashtag on here that I want to say this for the rest of time, which is, now that the hashtag guilty Megnants are
Instead of
involved.
guilty remnants, guilty Megmans. Okay.
Now that the guilty Megnants are involved, Erica would have to be really dumb to trust Meg. I still hope Erica spits on Meg. That would be awesome if she spit on Meg the way that Meg spit on Miracle.
Oh, I was like trying to figure out what this spit thing is. Okay.
And my love Pablo has your back. He says, I thought that plastic explosives were Meg's fake explosives too. How was I supposed to know that C4 was like that? Right, Mary Larson?
I hope you're being honest, Pablo. Thank you. I had no idea.
On Instagram, maybe Kaylee says, I love to see how she is changing things up in the GIA, talking, etc. Silence was Patty's thing, and action is Meg's thing.
What a great thing. Silence was Patty's thing. action is Meg's
Oh,
thing.
brilliant.
Love
Brilliant,
this.
maybe,
Great.
Kaylee. Good job.
Up, taggery.biz. We love you, Dawn. Taggery.biz says on Instagram, I can't wait to see what Tom looks like pregnant. And Blue13, oh man, the end just, I haven't audibly gasped like that at a show in forever. And I've been so wishy-washy about Meg because I'm not a huge Liv Tyler fan, but man, she really came through on this episode. I agree with you, Blue. I do love Liv.
I'm a big Liv guy.
I know why you are.
I'm into why?
It's because of that see-through dress in in the Hobbit series. That see-through dress that she wears.
Speak your Elvan again.
Nom, nom. I can't really do it. She does it so sexy. It's those lips.
All right, you want to do the voicemails?
Yes.
All right, let's do it.
Hi, Mary and Blake. This is James from Houston. I don't know if you guys remember a voicemail I left just after the Lens episode, but I basically nailed it. It's so cool because I never get these things right. I predicted that the guilty remnants kind of kidnapped Evie and the girls as like their big reminder for the town of Jordan. And it's so cool because I never get these things right, and I just got it spot on. Watching the episode, I kept getting the feeling that I would be wrong because I thought there would be a bomb inside the trailer. But, wow. I thought it was a crazy theory when I came up with it, but it's so cool how the writing always left space open for these kind of things to happen. Can't wait to hear you guys take on it this week. Bye.
Well, James, thank you so much. And you know, I don't remember the exact prediction that you had, but I'm going to trust that you were right. And for this, my friend, you got the award.
Bam! Just like that. A winner!
So I like that all the listeners are chiming in with their theories and their thoughts. And James was right, and he got it.
Hey, you know what tweet you're missing in here?
What am I missing?
There was someone who tweeted that I was right about Wade on the water.
I didn't. What are you talking about?
Someone tweeted that. Someone totally tweeted to us, hey, just so you know, Blake, Mary totally nailed that song.
Who was it?
I don't know, but I'm going to find it.
All right, look it up. Oh, by the way, the guy that ran Curb Your Enthusiasm is Larry David. I just remembered. That's Larry David. Anyway, next voicemail.
Hey, Mary and Blake. So this episode that just passed with Meg was pretty important. I feel like we got a lot of information about Meg's background and what she was planning. So basically, she's been driving the entire plot for this season. It's kind of like the Peter Baelish of the leftovers this year. My favorite revelation, I guess, and it's going to sound silly, is the origin of the knock knock joke, because I actually wrote that joke on my dry erase on the refrigerator so my family can see it every day when they woke up for like a week. My favorite scene in the show, though, was the scene with Matt, because that showed me that Meg was convincingly duplicitous. Like, she sat there and she had this conversation with Matt, and you can tell there was things going on in her head, and Matt was figuring it out. But I hope he doesn't misplace his faith in Meg and whatever she's planning. I expect a really, really big finale this year. I hope it is incredible, and I cannot wait to see the Garveys reunite. By the way, this is Shakita from San Francisco, California. I miss you guys. Sorry I haven't been calling in as much. I've been completely busy. And hashtag renew leftovers. Bye.
Well, Shakita, thank you so much for calling in. I love the fact that you wrote that joke on the refrigerator so your family could see it every day. I love that. And the Garveys are totally going to come back and be with each other again. They're going to reunite. I am totally in agreement with that whole idea. But again, Shakita, thank you for coming back, and I hope that you're able, and everybody, all the listeners, are able to leave a voicemail or send something in via Facebook or Twitter for the Ultracast. Again, this is all for you, and this was the idea behind all these listener feedback episodes. And so thank you for both of you guys for calling in, James and Shakita, for today's episode. I hope we get some more for next week, but we'll see what happens. My love, do you finally yet have anybody on Twitter that is going to back you up for Wade into the water?
Oh my God, there's someone. I'm trying to find it. I have a 6-month-old in my hands. Oh my, No, I'm still looking for it.
Was it Jordan? Was it Jordan Zickerfoos who had you back?
Probably. I think it was.
Because Jordan's the man.
Jordan is the man. Did you find it before me? Is that
did.
How you know?
I think I did. I did. It's because I'm awesome. It's because I'm amazing.
All right.
What do you want me to tell you?
I want you to close out the show. That's what I want you to do.
All right. Let's.
Just know I was right. Don't mess with the music, Major.
Oh my God.
That's right.
Do I have to play the sound for you? You want me to play the sound for you? Felicity's doing enough sound for you. Fine, I'll play it for you.
I thought you were going to play Wait on the Water. Close out the show already.
All right, let's do it.
Guys, I'm so excited. The finale is on Sunday.
Let's go, baby.
Okay?
It's the finale.
So we need you to send in your feedback on this next episode. Please, 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 please. Now is your chance. Reach out to us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Find us. Just search Living Reminders.
And if the social media isn't enough for you, you can always find us at livingreminders@gmail.com.
Head on over to thelivingreminders.com to see all of our previous episodes. And don't you worry, even when the season ends, we'll
still be here.
We're going to still have some stuff.
I think we have some surprises actually coming up for after the season. I'm just going to say that we got some surprises coming for you.
Nice.
You know how we have these great interviews and stuff? I'm just saying some surprises. So anyway, there are a bunch of ways you can support The Living Reminders to be a free podcast. I've always talked about Patreon, where you can donate $1 or $2, or PayPal, where you can make a one-time payment. Obviously, the money is important. And you can also go to the Mary and Blake store. We have a bunch of really cool leftovers-related items like T-shirts and all this other stuff that we've designed. You can find it all on livingreminders.com. But the most important thing you can do for a free podcast is to tell a friend that we exist. Tell a friend that we are a good companion and we provide good value for you as it relates to the show The Leftovers. And please also tell a friend that the show The Leftovers exists so that it gets the promotion that it deserves.
Don't forget, we want to send you a holiday card. So head on over to iTunes and leave us a review. Write a couple of sentences. I want to thank you, KPL2210, Bix Baxter, Dave 305Q, Kelsey Grammars, and
Kelsey Grammer's a dick. Just say it.
Say that. Lukey from Australia, Blocked Traveler, and Paul Elliott. Thank you guys all so much.
All of you guys. Oh, and I just want to say thank you to Paul Elliott. He wrote us a very kind email earlier, and this one is for him. He is a brand new listener to the show, so thank you very much for listening. And the last thing I want you to do is go to the Living Reminders blog. You already know all about it, so please go there and read it, will you?
Until next time, ladies and gents, I'm Mary Larson.
My name is Blake.
And we're still here. And so are you, Felicity.
Felicity's still here, too. Trying to have a cool way to get out of the show here, so it fades out nicely. And
no diminuendo.
No.
You actually know what that word means.
I do know what that is.
Thank God.
Thank you for little Einstein. Thanks for listening, guys, and putting up with that shit show today. We love you so much. All right, bye.